In our previous session, we had completed the prophase and metaphase stage of mitosis. Now in this session, we will be doing another two stages of mitosis and cytokinesis. The next stage of M phase or karyokinesis of mitosis is anaphase. Now by the end of metaphase, we had seen that the chromosomes, they were aligned at the metaphasic plate. Now when the anaphase starts, the chromosomes which are arranged at the metaphasic plate, they split simultaneously, and the two daughter chromatids, actually now they are forming the proper chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei. They will start migrating towards the opposite poles. As each chromosomes move away from the equatorial plate, so what happens that the centromere, it divides. So the centromere of each chromosome is moving towards the pole after division, and the arms are towards the center. So it forms a V-shaped structure as shown in the diagram. Anaphase stage is characterized by the following events: the centromeres, they split, and the chromatids, they separate. The chromatids, they start moving to the opposite poles. After this, the telophase stage of the mitosis, it starts, and it is the final stage of mitosis. The chromosomes which have reached to the respective poles, during this telophase, they will decondense, and finally they will lose the individuality to form the chromatin material. As you can see in the diagram, that this is the early telophase diagram, in which the chromosomes, they have reached to the opposite poles after the late anaphase, and then they start decondensation into the chromatin material. The telophase, it shows the following key events. First, that the chromosomes, they will cluster at the opposite spindle poles and they will lose their identity. The nuclear envelope, which had degenerated at the time of prophase, it will again reappear. It will assemble around the chromosome cluster. The nucleolus, Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum, they also reform, as you can see in the diagram, how the telophase stage is being formed. So as the telophase completes, then starts the cytokinesis. So karyokinesis, after karyokinesis, the nucleus, it divides into two daughter nuclei, and those nuclei, they are present in the parent cell. So now the cytoplasm has to divide so that the two daughter cells are formed. So cytokinesis is the process in which the cytoplasm of a cell is divided to form two daughter cells. Mitosis, it accomplishes not only the segregation of duplicated chromosomes into daughter nuclei during karyokinesis, but also the cell itself is divided into the two daughter cells, as you can see in the diagram, how the cytokinesis is taking place. In an animal cell, cytokinesis, it is achieved by the cell furrow method. The appearance of a furrow is there in the plasma membrane, and this furrow, it gradually deepens and ultimately it joins in the center finally, which results into the division of cytoplasm into two cells. So in animal cells, the cytokinesis is very simple. It is simply by the cleavage furrow method. But in case of plant cells, there is a complication or a problem, we can say, and that is the presence of cell wall. The plant cells, they have a rigid cell wall, so they undergo a different mechanism of cytokinesis. The formation of wall starts in the center of the cell and it grows outwards to meet the existing lateral walls. The formation of new cells, cell wall, it begins with the formation of cell plate. This cell plate, it is formed because of phragmoplasts. Phragmoplasts are the vesicles which are formed by Golgi bodies, and these vesicles, they arrange at the center where previously the metaphysic plate was there. So it is forming at the center. So the plate, it develops at the midpoint between the two groups of chromosomes in the dividing cell, and that cell plate is actually the thing which will be forming the cell wall into the daughter cells. So as you can see in the diagram, the vesicles from the Golgi bodies, the membrane bound vesicles, they arrange at the center, a cell plate is formed, and then this cell plate, it grows inward. During cytoplasmic division, the organelles like mitochondria and plastids, they also get distributed between the two daughter cells. Now sometimes what happens that karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, and in such cases a multinucleate condition arises in the cell which is known as syncytium. The example of syncytium is the liquid endosperm which we found in coconut, that edible part of the coconut. So this multinucleate condition is known as syncytium. Now mitosis, its significance or its importance, as you know that mitosis, it is the equational division because it is forming the two daughter cells with same number of chromosomes, and it occurs in both haploid and diploid cells of the plant and in diploid cells of the animal. And the cell, the mitosis, it actually results in the production of diploid daughter cells, and it results into the growth of multicellular organisms. Cell growth results in disturbing, when the cell is actually growing, then it disturbs the ratio between the nucleus and cytoplasm. So mitosis, it helps in restoring the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. This nucleocytoplasmic ratio is very essential for the proper functioning. Another very important role of mitosis is in the cell repair, the cell regeneration and the cell repair. Some of the cells of our body, they are constantly being replaced, and that is because of the mitosis. In plant cells, we know that there are meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues or meristematic cells are those which undergo the continuous cell division, and that is mitosis. In our next session, we will be starting the another type of cell division, that is meiosis, and which is completed into meiosis